Hi, my name is Ali Arshad, and today we're going to be doing CCR question number 1 in podcast style. The question is, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups and issues? So, being the cameraman, director, and producer of the project, my role was to use visual techniques to both follow and challenge typical film conventions while shaping how the audience understands the narrative and its themes. To begin with, I used establishing shots to clearly introduce each location, such as the bedroom, roadside, cafes, so the audience remains spatially aware. I focused on maintaining continuity through match on action and consistent framing, which supports a smooth narrative flow and follows conventional film language. At the same time, I deliberately used the camera to challenge realism and audience expectations. By framing the same character multiple times within similar or continuous environments, I created a sense of visual inconsistency. I often kept the camera work steady and naturalistic, avoiding dramatic movements so that the unusual presence of different versions of character feels subtle rather than exaggerated. This contrast between normal camera work and abnormal events helps build psychological tensions. Over to you, Abbas.
Hello, I'm Awais Khan, the editor and scriptwriter and composer of this project. As a scriptwriter, I used normal locations to make it relatable and showed mental health as quiet and gradual, not dramatic. As an editor, I used community editing and slow pacing to keep it realistic and help the audience feel the emotion. And as a composer, I used soft background music instead of loud sound to match the mood. In terms of representation, we show people with mental health issues as normal, relatable. We also highlight the isolation, showing how people can suffer silently. Overall, we follow conversation for realism but challenge them to create a deeper, more meaningful message. Now it go over to the Mansoor.
I am Mansoor Khan, the handler of Mizasi and Jaffer in this project. In our film, we focused on using simple and familiar settings like a house and everyday places to make everything feel natural and believable. The lighting is soft and realistic so the scenes don't feel staged. Instead of making things overly dramatic, we kept the visuals calm and subtle to match the theme of mental health. Through Mizasi, we represent people with mental issues as ordinary individuals who may look completely fine on the outside. This challenges stereotypes as slow and often unnoticed. My role helped create this realistic and emotional tone by carefully using setting, lighting, and simple visuals to make the message more powerful and relatable.